I've been marketing for 13 years. I built and sold 9 companies. I sold my last company for $46.2 million to American Pacific Group. I've also written 2 books on marketing that have sold over 1 million copies. Here's 13 years of marketing advice that will make you more money. Piece of advice number 1, start with low prices or even gasp free. The reason that I say that is because if you start there, then you can go up. It's very difficult to come down. And in the beginning, you want to get flow through the system. And so it's totally fine to start it free and then start bumping up from there. And so I'll give you 3 quick examples and then I'll show you how to do this tactically. So when I started my first ever business, it was an online personal training business. This is 13 plus years ago. And when I started, I didn't know anything and I was so afraid to charge people money to begin with. And so, but I did want them to pay something because I wanted them to be invested because otherwise people don't follow through with their workouts or their nutrition plans, etc. And so I said, hey, just donate to the charity of your choice, whatever charity you want to. In exchange, I will then train you for 12 weeks. And so people would donate, I think it was $500 or $1,000, it was their choice, to a charity of their selection. And by doing that, I actually got my first 13 or so customers just by making posts and DMing people that I knew. And it didn't feel weird because I was like, hey, I'm doing this kind of nonprofit thing. I want to help you out if you want to lose weight and you can feel good about it and it's a write-off. And so we were like, oh, this is pretty cool. But the thing is like, that was the first time I ever did it. And then from there, I said, would you guys be willing to pay me now after we finish this 12 weeks? And a lot of them were like, sure. I was like, yeah, I'm the charity now. And so after I did a good job, they were willing to do that and refer me customers. The next business that I did this with was Gym Launch, when I actually started flying out to other gyms. So I used to do turnarounds and I did that for 2+ years. So I'd fly out to a gym, set up all the pricing, do the marketing, all that stuff. And I did it all for free. And I did it that way because I didn't know how I could sell those gym owners. And the deal that I made was, I only make money if I make sales and I'll front the cash for the marketing. So like they took 0 risk on and I would do everything, including pay for my hotel, my flights, my food, my rental car, everything. But being able to do that, it allowed me to get way more yeses quickly, test out the system in 30+ markets that I had, which then eventually led me to licensing that system to 5,000+ locations. And that was the company that I sold to APG. The third time that I did this was when I started my software company, Allen. And so when I started the company, I was like, I need to get some case studies. I need some testimonials. I need some stories to show successes, right? And so I think a lot of people in the beginning think this is only a beginner thing. But even if you're a big business owner, when you start out a new product or a new division, starting with free customers just makes a lot of sense. And it's for 4 reasons. One is that free customers become customers who become paying after the period as long as you do a good job. So it makes money in one way. The second way it makes you money is that they'll also refer you customers because you do a great job, they'll just send you other people and that can be contingent on why you do it for free for them. The third is that they'll leave you testimonials and reviews. So those reviews and those testimonials also you advertise and you can get more customers from them. And then finally, whenever you do stuff for free, I do it in exchange for feedback. I say, hey, tell me what I could do to make this better. And again, it's not saying like, tell me all the ways I suck. It's just saying, tell me how I can make this better. Tell me how I could make it worth it for you to want to stay and continue to pay. And ideally, the easy test of knowing whether or not this works is that they actually stay and pay afterwards. And so it's the easiest way to get going on any new product. And I think so many people start trying to sell stuff too soon without enough proof. And in the beginning, you suck. That's why it's a new product or a new division. And so I'd rather not ruin my reputation, say I'm giving it away for free, give the reason is that I'm brand new at this thing or I'm trying this new thing out. And that way I'll get a little bit of grace. And then that way I can make the thing better in an iterative process much faster with way more people because I'm giving away for free or at cost. And then once I get those massive success stories that they feel like they owe me because I've done a great job, then I can market those and go at full price. So here's how you actually do this tactically, going from starting at low prices to moving all the way to